Welcome to the 2026 Vancouver International Boat Show. Behind me here is the Hewescraft 210 Sea Runner. We're going to give you a walkthrough of this boat, so let's go to the back and show you what this thing's all about.
Welcome aboard the Hewescraft 210 Sea Runner Hardtop, the ultimate all-weather fishing machine built for the Pacific Northwest and beyond. This boat rocks a proven variable dead-rise hull for that smooth, dry ride in rough water, plus a lifetime welded hardtop enclosure that keeps you protected from rain, wind, and spray so you can stay out longer. You've got massive 37 square feet of fishing cockpit space, a spacious cabin with optional sleeper seats, and even 50 square feet of roof storage for crab pots, kayaks, your inflatable, or even a rooftop tent. From the huge walk-through bow door to the serious angling setup, this boat is ready for adventure. Let's dive in and check it out.
This Hewescraft 210 is equipped with a 200 horsepower Yamaha outboard. This hull, however, is rated up to a 250 horsepower engine. So quite a few options you can get with this. One other really nice feature on this boat is it's equipped with a 90-gallon fuel tank. So you're gonna be able to cover quite a bit of distance with that amount of fuel and this size of boat. I've seen this boat also equipped with 150 horsepower engines, so there's a wide variety of power options available for this boat. With this 200, you'll have great performance, be able to get up on plane and cruise and still have an economical boat out there. Then if we come around to this side, over here, you'll see there's a kicker bracket. So if you want to install probably a 9.9 on this boat, you'll be able to do that. You can tie it into your main engine. And as we move up to the back, you'll see there's a steering station back there. So while you're trolling, you have access to everything. So let's climb aboard and see what this boat's about. As you can see, there's a nice ladder here, so if you're jumping in the water or anything, you can climb out nice and easy for reboarding. Back here, you got your fish deck. For a 21-foot boat, this is a lot of space back here. You'll have no problem with your buddies back here, working the downriggers, bringing the fish in and getting the net out there. They've also integrated some really nice features into here. We'll start at the very back. So back here, we got a cutting table. You can use this for cutting your fish, but also if you want to store bait or you throw your fish in here, you can plumb this for a live well as well. So really handy extra storage there for your fish. Back here as well, really neat feature they've worked into it is for gutting your fish. You can put the fish in upside down here, gut it while you're out on the water, get all the guts into the ocean, makes the cleanup when you're back at the dock that much nicer. They also have integrated downrigger mounts on both sides, port and starboard, already built in, so you just got to get your base, drill through, bolt her down, you're good to go. They also got some nice rails here, so if it's a little rougher out or you need a little bit of extra stability, you got that you can grab onto and you're good to go. Now we'll go down to the sides here, some nice little gunnels here. You can throw your, if you want to put your cannonballs or other gear, tuck it away right in here, and it's nice and easy for that. So back here on the transom as well, we have our switches down here on the port side. For your fish box, you can wire in for a live well as well, and then you have your wash down pump here. Built into the floor here, you got a nice fish locker, so you don't have to worry about a cooler somewhere on here taking up space on your deck. Get the fish on board, throw it in here, and you're good to go. It runs throughout the transom with a pump here so that you can get all the guts and blood out of the boat. Makes, again, the cleaning at the end of the day that much better. As you saw in the locker there, there's a wash down pump on this boat as well. Hose it out, and you're good to go. Okay, so on the transom of this 210, we have a really nice transom door, making access to the back, getting in and out that much nicer. So back here behind you, this door, you have your battery switches, and then underneath here, you have access to your battery. So also on the back deck of this boat, we have a tow pole here that's rated up to 250 pounds. And then also we have an access door behind here. So to get to that, we pull the pin, take the pole out, then you got a latch on each side. This folds down, and back here you have another battery, access to your pump, filters, and down into your bilge as well. This flooring is really easy to clean, non-stick, so you take your wash down and any fish scales, guts, blood that hit the deck, you got that here. Moving over to the steering station, so you get that kicker installed. And you can put your throttle over here. So as I mentioned, your controls everything's right here. What you need to see is here. Now I have a 270, but this is the same idea for me. So on my 270, this is how I sit when I'm trolling. What it does for me, it lets me look out the back where I can see the rods, see other boats but also it gives me a great sight line up to the bow. I can see if other boats are coming or logs are in my way, all that kind of stuff. One thing that Hewescraft thought of here as well with this is if you're not looking out the side, say you're just standing here, the windows lead right into one another. So I have a perfect view out the bow of this boat. I can see everything that's ahead of me, so I'm not worried if I'm standing this way that, you know, I don't know what's ahead of me. So really well thought out layout for this 210. Also on the side here, you got 3 rod holders, so extra rod storage. As you can see on the port side here, there's also 3 more rod holders. Now some boats with the Hewes, you can get rods up here. They've actually taken an idea from myself, and they added a rooftop tent here, which is a really cool idea because it adds that much more square footage if you want to do an overnight with multiple people. You can sleep 2 adults up there, make your bed in here and go from there. Also back here, we got a little bit more storage, little locker in here. You could throw some fishing gear in here, whatever you feel like is best suited for yourself. So that's a nice storage. The other thing too is you do have room either up here or down here if you wanted a second MFD back here, so you can see your sounder and your tracks and all that. So really nice setup designed for that, and you have everything back here that you need while you're out fishing. So let's move on into the cab. So on the back deck here, you have a really nice door, hard door latch up here to release it, so it's always secure if you're underway or while you're fishing. You want to close up the cab. You got really nice solid door here, and then access, again, super easy. Nice handle, just close it, and it latches itself. As we move into the cab here, so for reference, I'm 5'10". I have to duck a little bit, but it's not too bad. You just come in, nice seamless transition on the floor here. You don't have to step up over everything. And back here, we got seating for 4 adults. So as you're heading out, you can have 4 adults comfortably. So as you can see, there's room for another person here, my size or even bigger. Same as the other side. Underneath each of these benches, there's storage, easily accessible. And then this one is built on a nice shock lift up. Huge storage in here as well. This side also lifts up, additional storage as well. And as I've mentioned in other videos, you can never have enough storage on a boat. You always will find something to put in there. So for a 21-foot boat, some people might think that you can't overnight on a boat this size. But as you saw on the roof, they have the rooftop tent. So obviously you can. And with this back here, these cushions on each the port and starboard side lift out super easy, as you just saw. Lay them down in here, both sides. Now you have a bed that 2 adults can sleep on. So we also have privacy curtains here as well, to give you a little privacy if you need that. One other thing in this boat too, there's also storage up by the roof here on both sides. You got 2 levels of storage up here and then down in here, so you have other things tucked away into there as well. You also got some nice cab lighting in here, so for those darker mornings or at night if you're getting settled in for bed, you got some lighting. You don't have to worry about bringing lights or lamps, anything like that. Okay, so up to the helm here. Really nicely laid out helm. The first thing I notice on this 210, the sight lines. These super tall windows, and also on both sides, I can see absolutely everything as I'm heading out in the water. There's no blind spots, so you're not worried about, you know, having to peer out if there's a log coming up, anything like that. On the sides, we have huge windows as well, and as you can see, they open up. They also have screens that slide over so that if you're in a really bad area with bugs, you're not getting all the bugs in here and bugging you as well. Throttle over here on this side for that 200. Trim tabs as well, so really nice for adjusting the level of the boat, getting it exactly where you want it. Nice Simrad MFD right here display. Again, right in the sight line, so you're not taking your eyes off the water when you're looking down to see what's on there. You got your gauges here. You can for your lights, your navigation, bilge, wipers, horns, all your standard buttons and switches there. Other nice thing with these seats up front, as you notice, a little bit of shock adjust to them. So you're heading out, it's a little bumpy. The front 2 passengers get to have a little cushier of a ride. Nice armrests for a little extra comfort. Cup holders as well up here for both sides. Again, always can never have enough cup holders on a boat. Nice little glove box here too, so keeping all your documents and whatever else you want nice and secure. So it's your phone, your keys, so you don't lose them overboard. You got that there. And under here. So under here, in the bow, between both seats here, we have a really cool storage locker again. So if you want to throw life jackets or anything like that in there, you're good to go. Now, you want to drop anchor, get to the front, super easy. Okay, so to get access to the bow, you have this really nice doghouse door, which you can see Over here, it locks in, so you're not worried about it bouncing around if you're out on the water. But yeah, you just close that up. And there you go, there's your doghouse door. Easy access to the bow. The door's already open. We just climb out. And here we go, we're up front. I can drop my anchor over the front, we're good to go. And also with that, you don't have to just leave the anchor and anchor rope up here. Nice locker here for your anchor and anchor line, which is also draining, so that you're not worried about water building up in there that's coming up off the rope when you pull your anchor up at the end of the day. This whole bow part is also drained, so if any waves are coming up over the front while you're heading out, you got some of the drain holes, and the bow will self-drain itself. So really well laid out boat. For a 21-foot boat, it feels a lot bigger than that. So if you want some more information, head over to Hewescraft.com, check out the 210 Sea Runner, and thanks for joining us.